Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction for May 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Aquarius, I want you to keep in mind that after the premiere of this video, you are able to utilize the gear icon on the video to adjust the speed setting, because sometimes I channel very quickly and sometimes I channel very slowly. So at least with clicking on that icon, you can adjust the speed setting to your liking. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aquarius need to know? What do we need to know? Card-carrying Aquarius member here as a rising placement. What do we need to know for May 2026? What does the Aquarius collective need to know? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, my dear, we have the Knight of Wands. In the top row, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Ten of Swords. Flanking your Knight of Wands is the Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. In the bottom row, you have the Empress, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the Three of Pentacles. Sneak peek now into June. Can you believe June? Strength, the World card, and the Death card. And that leaves the Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Tower. Oh, I bet you don't see this coming in June. We might take a look into that. But first, let's clarify. We're using the After Tarot deck to clarify this, okay? The images in this deck are different. It does change the meaning of the cards, and we'll go through them as necessary for your reading today. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for May 2026. We are clarifying Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, Knight of Wands. The Empress just showed itself. Let's start over. For May 2026, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, we are clarifying Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, and she wants to show herself again. So there's something here going on with this Empress. Last time, let's try it again. For May 2026, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, we are clarifying Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, Knight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, Seven of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Swords is being clarified by the Moon. The Ten of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. That's what we want to see. The Three of Swords clarified by the Ace of Swords. Even better. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Hierophant. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by Judgment. The Empress is clarified by the Three of Swords. That's beautiful right under that. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Lovers. Now, looking into June, we have a King of Cups. We have the High Priestess. We have the Five of Swords. That leaves the Two of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, a Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Your overall energy here for the month of May is quite interesting. Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. There's something here that you are in the pursuit of. Higher level of commitment. Certainly, it could be a position within a community group, a political group, a religious organization. You could be moving towards a new job or some type of new contract, but you are enthusiastic about it. This is not a dread. This is not a drag. So it looks like you are moving forward. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of excitement, and you're looking for new. That's the feeling that I get here. This is some type of new contract, whether that's a soul contract, a legal contract, or something else here that's at play. In the top row, we have the Queen of Swords to the Moon, the Ten of Wands to the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Swords to the Five of Pentacles. There's something here that has come to an end or is coming to an end in the month of May, but it's almost like you are making a full recovery. So if you're an Aquarius or an Aquarius placement and like you lost your job or you've had some type of financial issue, there's a turnaround. So if there was anything like financially devastating, you're turning it around in May, and maybe that Hierophant in that respect is some new job opportunity or financial opportunity that you have. And I say that because in the After Tarot deck, the Five of Pentacles, the people are coming out from being out in the cold. They're coming out of this facility or this building behind them with a big old sack of coin on their shoulder. So if you have been experiencing financial issues, or again, something job related, there is a new job opportunity, or at least you're very enthusiastic to go out and try to acquire one for yourself. Same thing if this is any kind of like financial lending or assistance, even if it's governmental assistance, especially with that Hierophant card. You seem to be very excited with what is happening here. You're not 100% certain, Queen of Swords to the Moon, about what happens next. But whatever ending here has occurred for you, you're coming through it. You're not just coming through it. You're coming through it, but you're coming through the other side, if that makes sense for someone watching. And now it's like, I've made it through the worst part. What's next? I don't know what's next, but I'm going to move towards it. 10 of Wands to the 7 of Cups. I like this. After Tarot deck, the 7 of Cups. This does not speak to illusions, confusions, being spoiled for choice. You know exactly what it is that you want. You're leaving 6 cups on the shelf and you're grabbing the Ace of Cups. Something here has changed for you. Something here came to an end. A mindset, a job, a financial issue, something that had been plaguing you prior to the month of May seems to be a catalyst, if you will, for moving in a new direction. Flanking that King of Wands is the 3 of Swords to the Ace of Swords. And this is what I'm talking about. Something heartbreaking, disappointing, emotionally unsettling, maybe even financially impactful in a negative way occurred prior to May. And now you're seeing the reality of it like, oh, okay, I was handed a bowl of lemons, but now I can make lemonade. I'm in the pursuit now of the best lemonade recipe. So there's a lot of healing for you emotionally and financially in the month of May. This is a full financial recovery, by the way, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so if you have been having financial issues, I do see recovery, lending opportunities, job opportunities here for you as well. There's a judgment call here that you will be making in the month of May that is yours and yours alone. Whether you're single or partnered, you have one friend, 100, you know what I mean? One family member, 100 family members. There's a decision here that you're making and it's yours to make. Because that 9 of Pentacles, 9s are very singular in tarot. So we'll see what that's all about. We have the Empress to the 3 of Swords, and the After Tarot deck, the swords are out of the heart. The heart is healing. So again, this would be emotional recovery, financial recovery, and feeling like I am ready to birth a new chapter of my life or to pursue a new chapter of my life. 7 of Wands to the 9 of Wands. Whatever was sent to kill you certainly didn't do that. It did make you stronger. You now have some really solid boundaries. You also know where you're going in life. So whatever confusion you have at the start of the month, it looks like by the time you get to the end of the month, it is clear. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the Lovers. You're making the choice to proceed forward with the opportunity that you're being given or granted or creating for yourself in the month of May. And that, my friend, starts an official new start, a new chapter of your life in June. But it all happens in May. So let's find out, why is that that Knight of Wands there? I was almost going to say King of Pentacles. Okay. Why is the Knight of Wands here for the overall energy for Aquarius? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the 8 of Wands. I want to go after that. I want that. The Moon. I may not know exactly, how it will play out for me. I'm going for that job. I don't know if I'll get the job, but I'm going to submit my application or resume. I'm going to request that loan or that financial funding. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm going to apply. There's something like this. You are in the pursuit of, again, a contract. I don't have any indication here that it's in regards to an actual romantic connection, but it could be with that Lovers card. Whatever, whomever it is, you're not 100% sure that you'll get it, but you're pursuing it anyway. King of Wands. For me, queens exist in the present because they process the past and kings take action. This is your energy. I know you're an air sign, but this is you taking action, saying, I can't see the end of the line. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I don't know if victory is here, but I'm feeling a calling to move in this direction, and I'm going to pursue it. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, and you're being really freaking smart about it too. Hierophant. So, what is this that you are in the pursuit of? Clarify the Hierophant. One more shuffle. Thank you. Hierophants, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. The Sun. Well, don't you want it all? And the King of Wands shows themselves again. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. For many of you, this is a job. You are applying for a position within a company or possibly launching your own business, because King, Queen of Wands are typically the entrepreneurs of tarot. So for some of you, you're really going after a job. I mean, you're full force. I want that position with that company. I am applying. I'm like not taking no for an answer. I'm going to put my best foot forward here. You're not doing it out of ego. You're doing it because you're trying to come out of financial recovery and you have identified the type of position or company you want to work for and you're full force going after it. For others of you, this could be a partner that you're deciding to move towards. Maybe you're currently in a relationship. You are now not just exploring taking it to a higher level of commitment. It is something you are choosing to do. You are moving the relationship forward in that way. If you're single, you're ready to meet a partner that you could spend the rest of your life with. For others of you, there's something here about participation in some type of like community or group setting. So again, this could be like community activism, community group, political group, religious group, something like that. You're seeing, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this network or this group. Again, you are taking the lead to pursue this person, place, or thing. I haven't seen you this fired up in a while. I'm not going to clarify the Queen of Swords to the Moon because, again, you're like, based upon my past experience, I know this is the right decision for me to make. I don't know 100% if I'm going to get them or, you know, get him, get her, get it. But I'm going after it. I think what was heavy for you in that 10 of Wands that I'm looking at, that 7 of Cups, prior to May, you weren't 100% sold if you were going to move in this direction. But come May, you decide you are, because again, you're holding that Ace of Cups. So you're looking for this new opportunity, or you're going after it quite vigorously. Not going to clarify the 3 of Swords to the Ace of Swords, self-explanatory. Something that left you heartbroken, defeated, sad in the past. You're seeing it now as an opportunity at a new venture, if you will. Some new exciting experience, situation, environment, or connection. This is what I'm curious about. 9 of Pentacles. Because the decision here is yours to make. Clarify that 9 of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. This could even be a lending institution that you're trying to get a loan from, or again, some type of governmental aid or something like that. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. Whatever this is that you are pursuing, I don't know if your friends and family and community are finding out about it, but your feeling to yourself is when everybody knows that I'm doing this, or I'm pursuing this, or I'm launching this business, it's going to come to a shock, because I don't think you're telling a lot of people about whatever this is. And you know that. That's why it's like, I need to make this decision. I don't want to hear undue influence from others. It's my decision, but when your circle finds out about it, you know that it's going to be a little bit of a shock to them. Judgment. Okay, without giving away too many of your secrets, our secrets. I kind of know what this is for me. Tell me about Judgment. One more shuffle. Thank you. Judgment is clarified by the 2 of Cups. Those close personal connections in your life. Strength card. And the 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. There's something here you're keeping a little to your chest, to your vest in the month of May. You are pursuing this. I've never seen you lean so much into fire before. If I didn't know better, I would think that I'm reading for an Aries, to be quite honest for you. To be quite honest with you. Surprised we haven't seen the Emperor, but we're about halfway through the reading at this point. This is you deciding, I need to hold back. I can't let everyone know. Now, for some of you, one person knows. There's someone here in the 2 of Cups that you are embracing in the After Tarot deck. They know you're doing this. So maybe your spouse or your partner, you know, maybe a mom or dad, something like that, knows that you are applying for whatever this is, or you're asking your person to marry you, or you're asking someone out on a date. There is one person who knows. But for everyone else, it's going to come as a bit of a shock or a surprise in the future when they find out about it. And you're choosing to do that way for whatever reason. So Empress to the 3 of Swords. This is rapid healing, because again, you're quite grateful that whatever happened back there has now opened this new door for you. 7 of Wands to 9 of Wands. Not going to clarify that. Again, it's like, I've been through hell, but I've been through worse. I've survived. I'm good. I have good boundaries. And wherever you're going, again, very insulated here in this bubble, not letting a lot of people know. And maybe, like I said, with that undue influence, you just don't want to hear it. Because the person here in the Seven of Wands, they're quite in this like little bubble of zen. You know, so it's almost like I don't want my peace to be disturbed. I don't need to hear about it. Everyone will know when I want them to know. Three of Pentacles. So now you are choosing, Lovers is the ultimate choice card, to work on whatever this is. Three of Pentacles. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? You're so, I think I said your last reading, you're so ominous and mysterious all of a sudden. Tell me about that Three of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Cups. There's the offer. The Sun card, that is what you wanted. And Queen of Wands, you're like, yes, got it. Four of Wands. For some of you, this is a move. This is relocation. This is certainly could be you're meeting someone new. You're dating them. You know, you don't want everyone to know until it becomes a little bit more serious. Certainly could be a job, business proposition, a business partner. You're launching a business here. I don't know. There's something really big going on. You are excited. You have one other person here who knows about this. I almost feel like this person is helping you with this. They're helping you with this Three of Pentacles, whatever you're doing. Relocation, moving. Obviously, if this is the person in connection with you, they know that you asked them out on a date or that you're interested, or they asked you out on a date and you said yes. This would be your partner if you and they are talking about taking the relationship to a higher level of commitment. So you have someone here that you're working with on this. Clarify the Lovers. Look, if you're a single Aquarius, this is the month to get out, okay? Get out from being out in the cold and be vulnerable. Put yourself out there because you do have someone here on path for you, a pretty significant soulmate. Tell me more about that Lovers card. One more shuffle. Thank you. Lovers is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. It does not get better than that. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay, this is a 50-50 split. For some of you, you know this person. For others of you, you don't know this person. And I see that, well, I have three groups of you now. Well, didn't that just get interesting? Thank you, Spirit, for bringing that to my attention. Some of you, only take it if it's yours, you are leaving one thing for another. You're leaving a job for a new job. You're not telling anyone about it. You're leaving one partner for another partner. You're not telling anyone about it. You're looking to relocate and you're not letting, like, the neighbors don't know. You know what I mean? People don't know that you're looking to relocate. So you would be like leaving one community for another. So for a lot of you, that's what you're doing. If you're a business owner, it's quite possible you're doing a really big restructural change in the company. Maybe you're getting rid of some employees and you're hiring some others, or there's some change happening here within the company. And again, it would be like releasing some, but then bringing some new people on board. For others, so three groups of you, that is group one, kind of replacing A with B, so to speak. Then group two, you are returning to someone from your past. Okay, that Six of Pentacles in the After Tarot deck is someone who walked away. And then in the Eight of Cups, someone here is returning. So for some of you, you are returning to a friend, a family member, you know, that maybe you cut ties with, a lover, maybe someone here who is, you know, you worked with in a community setting, or you could be returning to like a religious or political organization. So group two, you are returning to this. It's not coming to you. You are pursuing it. And for others of you, it's completely new. You're leaving the past in the past, and whatever occurred here prior to May basically stays in that chapter, and you're moving towards the new. The new employee, the new lover, the new business partner, it's all new here. In the After Tarot deck, the individual is not crying over the three cups that are spilled. They are only interested in the new connection, the new Two of Cups. So you take these messages how they resonate, and I'm in Aquarius rising. We'll have to see how this all plays out. Although I got a pretty good idea. My person and I are doing something. We really aren't telling anyone about it at this time. Maybe there'll be a public announcement in the future, but at this time we aren't. So there's something like that here happening. So again, could be replacing A for B, returning to something or someone here, revisiting something, especially if it's a love partner. And for others of you, it's all new. Okay, this other person is in your past, and you now have someone new here. What a fascinating reading. I don't even know what to call this. I don't know, digging deep into your fire. I can tell you that much. If you look at your birth chart, most of us have all 4 elements, and we can lean into them at any time as required. And this is just a hell of a lot of fire for an Aquarius. Maybe because your ruling planet is now in Gemini. I don't know if that has sparked something new for you, especially with that Ace of Swords. That's quite possible. I want to take a sneak peek now into June for you, and then we'll get you some oracle cards, and we'll close it out with some kippers. Can you clarify strength to the world card, to the death card there? One more shuffle. Thank you. It's like a whole new chapter being reborn. We have the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. So even in June, I see you moving forward in this direction, in the direction of the new chapter, but at a little slower pace. It's almost like the fire within you of like, I gotta do this now, man. I'm so excited to do this. I can't tell anyone I'm doing this except for this one person. It slows down. We go from fire to pentacle, and that's because some type of plan or strategy or something like that here is being created. You're still moving forward, Knight of Swords, but not in a rash or rush way or anything like that. I still don't think you're telling everyone about it, because it's almost like in that 5 of Swords, you don't want to hear it. So even in June, this is a bit of a secret. And now it seems to be like more like planning stages. Clarify this further, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Further, Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some kind of plan now. 7 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck, the Star. Star, Queen of Wands, King of Swords. So there's that Queen of Wands again. So there's something here, and the Two of Wands depicts 2 people. So even in June, you're still working on whatever this is. You're still collaborating with this individual, but you're still choosing to not tell anyone yet. And there's some bigger reason here for that. And I feel like if this message is resonating for you, you know what that is, or you will know what that is. And I certainly don't want to out it for you and then have some cross-watcher see it. I don't know. Maybe you're planning to launch your own business, but you don't want your current employer to know. You know, maybe you're getting a divorce, or you're in the middle of divorce, but you're seeing someone new. You don't want your spouse to know. I just don't want to out you. And it's not because I'm an Aquarius rising and like, oh, I don't want to do that to, you know, Aquarius family. If you've seen any of the readings before, I don't do that to anyone. I think Virgo had something similar, and maybe a Pisces. And I was like, it's not my place as a reader to do that. If you wanted the world to know, you would let the world know. So let's get you some advice. I mean, I'll be honest, for us, it's relocation. And a few people know, but I don't think they think we're serious. And we certainly haven't said where we are. We have like narrow down our choices now to 1 state, and we're looking within like 2 or 3 counties, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, we haven't told anyone. It's just us doing this right now. So there could be something like that happening as well. I want to get you 3 cards of advice for this that you are pursuing, because you're in hot pursuit of this. 3 cards of advice here for what Aquarius is going after. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Wands, that's how you first came out. Knight of Wands, the Death card, there's some new beginning here. 3 of Wands, you're moving forward. That's the 2nd decan in Aries. It's the Sun in Aries. It's you are moving forward. Page of Pentacles, Fool card. You can't make it up. Some new beginning, new chapter here. New investment, new acquisition, new job, new financial opportunity. It could even be a romantic partnership, yes, with that Page of Pentacles, absolutely. I mean, for some of you, maybe you're proposing to someone, they're proposing to you. That's quite possible. Or there could be talks of higher levels of commitment within an existing partnership. Certainly could be the acquisition of a home as well. Any advice here for who this counterpart is? And they could be professional, platonic, or romantic. But let's get you advice on the counterpart. Any advice here for the counterpart? Well, for Aquarius in regards to the counterpart. Any advice for Aquarius in regards to the counterpart? One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Wands. Okay. 7 of Swords. And the 3 of Cups. You're absolutely right. Bottom of the deck, there's the Empress. So, yes, first of all, share the responsibility of what this is with this person. You can't carry the brunt of this on your own. So sharing is caring, whoever this is. There's also something here about being very strategic. The 7 of Swords could talk about someone who's trying to hide something. And I think what what you're trying to hide. You're trying to hide something from the Three of Cups, these people, the inner circle. And your advice here is that this person could help you do that. So one, they could help you relieve the burden. And then there's also something here about them helping you to conceal this from family and friends. So is it deceptive, Aquarius? It is. Do I think you're doing it to like hurt someone purposely? I don't think there's any negative intent. We don't see that here in the cards energetically. This seems to be like, I just don't want like friends and family to know, possibly even community, especially if you're uprooting or moving. You just might not want the community to know for whatever reason. You have the Empress, you have the World card. That's what you're doing. So whoever this person is, it looks like you and they are moving forward on some type of new contract. Again, professional, platonic, or romantic, Six of Swords, moving on and not letting anyone know about it. Just make sure that this person helps you with the burden or the responsibility when it comes to achieving whatever this goal is. And if this is like a new employer, I would make sure with that Seven of Swords that you get everything in writing. And especially if it's a loan as well. Okay, anything that is contractual like that in nature, I would get like terms and conditions. And if it's an employer, I would have them put in writing anything to do with your benefits or investments. You know, if they have like 401k, your insurances, days off, I would just make sure that you get that in writing. 3 cards of advice here for June. 3 cards of advice here for June. 3 cards of advice for June. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice for June. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. High Priestess talks about secrets, talks about keeping it to yourself. So again, whatever it is here that you are nurturing, that you're moving toward. I feel like I got to get a couple more cards on this. Because whatever offer you are receiving from this soulmate, there's something here about you like handling it with care. Can I get 3 more cards on that? Handle this with care, Aquarius. I think you're being given a golden opportunity. Don't be reckless with it. A person and whatever this is, a job. Like, don't take it for granted. Can I get 3 more on this and advice? 1 more shuffle. Thank you. King of Swords, there you are. 4 of Swords. And there's that Queen of Wands. That person has come out 3 times. They don't have to be a fire sign. And they don't have to be a feminine energy. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's something here about you and this person nurturing this wish, dream, goal here together. And taking your time with whatever this is. This is a very strong soulmate for you. Whether it is professional, platonic, or romantic. If you don't know who this person is yet, I would call them in. Okay, we have a new moon in Taurus on May 16th or May 17th, and I would call this person in. But for most of you, it looks like you know this person already. Again, friend, family member, lover, or someone you're meeting in the month of May, but I still feel like it's existing. This seems a little too sneaky. We're working on this together and not letting anyone really know about it. Let's get you some oracle cards, and we'll close it out with some kippers. 3 oracle cards here, please, for Aquarius for May 2026. 1 more shuffle. Thank you. And I'll read them to you in a second. We have lightness, we have brave heart, and we have growth. Bottom of the deck, embrace your truth. 3 more oracle cards here, please. Okay. Mountain Peak. New Dawn. Told you, new dawn, new day. Celestial Gate. Bottom of the deck, Magic Cauldron. Manifestation there. Lightness. Release burdens and live more freely and lightly. I love this. This also reminds me like of the Ace of Swords in the Archangel Michael deck that I have. The Ace of Swords is actually seen as a feather. So there's something here about, yeah, this is a whole new cycle for you. Things will be a lot lighter. You also have someone here to share the burden with. So make sure you lean on that person. Mountain Peak. Reach for the heights. Your goals are within sight. That's exactly what you're doing. Brave heart. Face the world with fearlessness, breaking through all the boundaries with courage. I'm telling you, maybe you have a lot of fire in your chart. I don't know. Maybe this person does and they're firing you up. But you definitely seem to be ascending the mountain here quite quickly towards this goal. New dawn. It's a new dawn, new day. A new day brings fresh opportunities. Seize this moment. And I do think you're doing that. Growth. Root yourself for personal growth and self-improvement. That's always a good idea. Always stay grounded. And that's sort of what this is. Like, nurture whatever this is, because it has the potential to get you to the 10 of Pentacles, which is what everyone in life strives for. That is emotional as well as financial abundance, tenfold. And the celestial gate, the door to the other realm is now open. Embrace the magic. All you have to do is walk through this or walk towards this. And like I said, most of you are doing this with someone. Embrace your truth, accept your true self, loving yourself and others unconditionally, and magic cauldron. Transformation is brewing. Welcome change and growth. It's also a card of manifestation. I would definitely call this in. This is a highly claimable reading, especially for those of you if you've had any type of career and finance issues. This is big. Even relational issues here. This is a pretty damn good reading. A lot of healing, a lot of coming out of the cold, a lot of transformation, and a whole new chapter unfolding. And 90% of you have someone else here that you're doing this with. 2 cards here. Should I take them? Yeah, let's take them. Sudden wealth, told ya. Lovers is in the reverse because your choice is made. Coffin is in the reverse as well. That's what I mean. This is new. Whatever's happening here is new. I don't think most of you are going back to the past. Remember I said where there's like 3 groups of you. One group you definitely know you're leaving A for B. The others, maybe you're revisiting B. I don't think that's a lot of you. Maybe 10%, 15%. This seems to be all new here. New connection, new opportunity. Your choice is made. You're not undecided. Remember that 7 of Cups. I have no illusion or confusion. I'm going after this Ace of Cups. It's like hitting the jackpot. 2 cards here for the middle row. Change. And change is card number 9. So this decision that you're making, that 9 of Pentacles, is yours to make. Card number 9. You're deciding to pursue this toil and labor. You're willing to put in the effort into whatever or whomever this is. And 2 cards here for the bottom row. You have bad health. And you have mature woman. The only thing I can see at that bad health was if there was anything financial here that you were experiencing or emotional, we see that recovery. See how in this 3 of Swords, the heart is wounded, the person is crying, they're in agony, pain. Again, could be financial or emotional. See how it's healed? So anything, and then we have the growth card, which is interesting because then we have mature. So whatever happened here prior to May was meant to happen. Hate to say that. It was a growth experience. It's like you had to come out of it. So this is your recovery. And you are now the mature woman, mature man of your life. Bottom of the deck, we have journey, main female, pathway. It's a whole new chapter. I think your life will change exponentially over the course of the next 3 to 6 months. That is what I have for you, my love, for May 2026. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.